Concordia University is pleased to have Colonel Kevin Olson as its 2017 commencement speaker. Colonel Olson is a 2009 graduate of Concordia University with a Master of Arts in Organizational Management. He is currently the Director of Communications for the Minnesota Army and Air National Guard. He was deployed in combat on 2 occasions in key communication leadership roles. Most recently was the Public Affairs Officer for the 34th Red Bull Infantry Division. He was the 2013 Minnesota Communicator of the Year, named by the Minnesota Association of Government Communicators, and has numerous industry awards for his high-quality work. Colonel Olson's education is in a Christian academic community designated as a Yellow Ribbon School, has enhanced his life, career, and service, and we are very pleased to welcome our alumnus and your speaker, Colonel Kevin Olson.
Thank you. Senator Klobuchar, Reverend Dr. Reese, members of the Board of Regents, faculty, staff, friends and family, and most importantly, the 2017 graduating recipients in the Masters of Arts, Business Administration, Science, Education Specialists, the MBA program, and the Doctor of Physical Therapy programs. It is my distinct honor to share this day with you and your incredible accomplishments. I want to thank the Reverend Dr. Reese for acknowledging all of those that stood prior to our program today. And I join Concordia in thanking those members to make Concordia such a community that is renowned for patriotism and for service. Now, for those graduating, my perspective of what you achieved doesn't come from the lens of being at this podium. My viewpoint is framed from being in your seat when I graduated from a master's program in 2009. But I wasn't exactly in your seat, as I had the privilege of being the first Concordia St. Paul graduate student to accept my degree from a combat zone. Please roll the tape.
Congratulations on your graduation. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Olson with the Minnesota National Guard, and I'm serving here in Basra, Iraq with more than 1,100 soldiers from the Minnesota National Guard's 34th Red Bull Infantry Division. Now, I wish I could be with you in person receiving my degree, but just as many Concordia students have done before, I'm here serving in the military. I'd like to express my appreciation for how Concordia helped me juggle both my family responsibilities and my job responsibilities in order to gain this great education. I started the Masters of Arts in Organizational Management program quite a while ago, but because of a couple of deployments and because of other military assignments, it was difficult for me to keep on the exact prescribed schedule. I want to thank Professor DeWerth and Professor Renick for making sure that Concordia was able to accommodate my military schedule, and I sincerely appreciate everything that they've done for me. I want to congratulate everyone who's graduating today. I wish that I could be sitting where you are now, but what I've learned at Concordia really demonstrates the value of education, and I know that it'll help me be a better Army officer as I serve here for the next year. Have a great graduation ceremony, and I'll look forward to seeing everybody when we all return from Iraq safely 1 year from now.
So this is actually the first graduation ceremony I've been to, so I'm pretty glad to be here. But as I look back on my more than 30 years of serving in the military, I view that deployment as one of the most important events in my career, my life. And it really solidified that the nature of a career in the military nurtures an ethos of being a part of something that is bigger than yourself. Now, of course, the skills and intellectual rigor that Concordia St. Paul demanded of me and made me, as I indicated so many years ago, a better Army officer. And I trust that your respective programs also armed you with the essential skills to be effective so that you'll become even better in your chosen field. But in the 8 years since I've accepted my master's degree in Iraq, As Heidi indicated, I don't reflect on the course of study. I instead reflect on the great relationships with the people that I encountered here while attending Concordia. My diverse cohort of adult learners consisted of working professionals, often in very senior positions. They were parents that were juggling demands of life, of work, of family. They were international students navigating a second language and a second culture, and competent but underemployed workers seeking to advance. And it occurs to me, when I look back on those relationships, that Concordia St. Paul's promise to develop a sense of calling that contributes to a deep level of personal fulfillment in all aspects of life, not just education, is like the military. It's being a part of something bigger than yourself. Now, years after I graduated, I had the honor to return to Concordia as an adjunct professor in the Master's of Strategic Communication program. And it was just refreshing to see how much Concordia had upped the game and seeing how determined people are here on campus on thinking differently to deliver solutions to some of our most complex problems. That appeals to me as a military officer because addressing complex challenges is a discipline that those of us in the armed forces hold dear. And we have to, because we live in a complex time with multiple threats, with terrorism, which we will defeat, by the way, but also the diplomatic, information, military, and economic challenges that we have to deal with around the world. And there's a common point also, whether we're members of a prestigious academic community like this one, or in a proud and noble institution like the U.S. military, we encounter similar challenges. And we should share a common commitment to create an environment where everyone has the dignity and respect that they deserve, and so we can all get the best out of people. So as a colonel in your National Guard, I have a privilege of being a part of the finest fighting force that the world has ever known. But that's not a birthright, that's not a guarantee, it's something we have to earn over and over again. And I have to pass it on to those that come after me so that I can continue to enjoy the privileges that I have. And as an institution, Concordia has accepted a challenge and an advanced support of the military in a meaningful way. Concordia has excelled in transferring military experience into college credits, making scholarships and financial aid easy, dedicating space and effort in the General John W. Vesey Jr. Veterans Resource Center, and of course, being a yellow ribbon college. It's a very difficult distinction to get. That means that you, as an institution, as an academic community, you go above and beyond to take care of our veterans, our service members, and military families. It's something that you all should be very proud of as you go forward. Where you chose to get your advanced degree is very consequential. And pretty soon you'll be assuming the awesome responsibilities that comes with leadership in the fields of arts, business, science, education, and physical therapy. Now, while those of us in military service, we've got the responsibility to make sure that our citizens, and well as men and women across the world, have the security that they need so that they can dream their dreams, it will be the application of what you learn to ensure that those same men and women can raise their families and live their lives to the fullest. Now, I recognize that every time you turn on the television or check your mobile phone, it seems like there's some new reason to be apprehensive about the world. When you see this type of horrendous attacks worldwide that terrorist groups carry out, you might ask yourself what you can do and how you can make a difference and how you can be part of something bigger than yourself. And I submit to you that you have already taken an important step by choosing your advanced degree here at Concordia. You're going to find a world of opportunities, wonderful, bright opportunities, to leave a better world for future generations. Now, the opportunities that you had here at Concordia will soon become your obligations. And in a short period of time, you'll have to put your talents and skills to productive and practical use. And based on what I've seen here on this campus, I have complete confidence in your ability to make the most of your world-class education. You all know when you signed up and you were initially accepted here at Concordia, you knew there would be an expectation for a call to service. Today, is where that call to service begins. And it's my great hope that you, in some way or another, will seek it out. So wherever your career takes you, I'm confident that you'll be driven by the desire to be bigger, to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Once again, it's a privilege to be back with you on campus and among you. Once again, congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you.